Iran's government weakened but still holding power. Despite sustained military and economic pressure, Iran's leadership structure remains intact. According to US intelligence assessments, officials say the regime has been degraded with reduced operational capacity, internal strain, and growing public dissatisfaction, but it has not collapsed. Power centers in Tehran, particularly within the security and intelligence apparatus, continue to function effectively, preventing any immediate threat to regime survival. However, analysts warn that internal fractures, economic hardship, and youth led dissent could pose long term instability. The ongoing conflict has also forced Iran to adapt strategically, leaning more on asymmetric warfare and regional proxies rather than direct confrontation. While the current system appears stable on the surface, US officials caution that the situation remains fluid, with the potential for sudden shifts if pressure intensifies further. Iran war becomes flashpoint in US Democratic primaries. The escalating conflict with Iran is rapidly reshaping the US Democratic primary landscape, exposing deep divisions within the party. Progressive candidates are openly criticizing military escalations, calling for diplomacy and congressional oversight, while more centrist figures are emphasizing national security and strategic deterrence. This divide is becoming a defining issue in campaign debates, with candidates using the crisis to differentiate their foreign policy credentials. Voters, particularly younger demographics, are showing increasing concern over the possibility of prolonged military involvement abroad. Trump allies push media attacks to shape Iran war narrative. Donald Trump and his allies are once again deploying a familiar political strategy, aggressively targeting the media to control the narrative around the Iran conflict. Supporters argue that mainstream outlets are misrepresenting the administration's action, while critics warn that such rhetoric undermines trust in journalism. This messaging approach is being amplified across social media, campaign rallies, and conservative programs, reinforcing a narrative that positions the administration as strong and decisive, in contrast to what they describe as biased coverage. Political analysts say this tactic is designed to consolidate the core voter base while deflecting criticism over foreign policy decisions. However, it also risks deepening polarization, and public trust in media institutions continues to erode during a critical geopolitical moment. Child vaccination rates drop in Michigan amid policy influence. Childhood vaccination rates in Michigan have seen a significant decline, raising alarms among public health officials. The drop is being linked to shifting policy influence and growing vaccine skepticism, including the impact of figures like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Health experts warn that falling immunization coverage could increase the risk of outbreaks and preventable disease such as measles and whooping cough. Schools and healthcare providers are already reporting rising exemption rates, particularly in certain districts. State authorities are now facing pressures to reinforce vaccination campaigns and counter misinformation. Republican leader criticizes Trump Homeland Security nominee. A senior Republican lawmaker has publicly criticized Donald Trump's nominee for Homeland Security, citing concerns over past inflammatory remarks. The criticism marks a rare moment of intra-party tension as Republicans weigh loyalty against electability and public perception. The nominee's rhetoric has sparked debate over whether such statements could undermine the credibility of the department, particularly at the time when national security remains our top priority. Political observers note that this pushback could signal broader unease within the party as it prepares for upcoming elections, while Trump continues to maintain strong support among his base. Divisions within Republican leadership may complicate confirmation processes and messaging strategies moving forward.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.